Welcome to Valor Conversations. I'm your host, Jay Trainer. Valor Conversations is powered by CSB Ministries and is the official podcast of Christian Service Brigade. And now, on with the show. And here we go. Hello, everyone. Let me be the first to say welcome to Valor Conversations. My name is Jay Trainer, and I'm really excited to bring to you interviews and discussions regarding the ministry of Christian Service Brigade. There will be times where we discuss some of the cultural and newsworthy things of the day. There's going to be times where we are going to interview different people and hear about their story of involvement within the ministry of Christian Service Brigade. We will also use this time, this place, and this space to share and promote the ministry of Brigade overall. And for me, I really feel like this is a wonderful platform and opportunity to have the Brigade alum and constituents have a greater connection to the ministry now more than ever before. We want this to be a wonderful resource to you in your continued work of seeing men, teens, and boys discipled in the ways of the Lord. Of course, this call isn't to be taken lightly. We know that the mission is significant and that there have been great days in the past for Christian Service Brigade. I believe, though, that there are some incredible opportunities presented to us today and for the ministry overall into its future. With so many messages that are blitzing and bombarding our young people today, why not share messages that are rooted in the foundation of God's truth and His Word for our young people today? We have the chance to continue to shape and mold younger generations of men into their future and really shape a legacy, form a legacy. And while you are on the front lines of this ministry in your respective churches, we want to continue to assist in your endeavors by providing adequate resources and networking opportunities on this platform and others like it offered by CSB, including Brigade Leader. All of this is to say, we are here for you. I'm here for you. And thank you for your continued effort within this call of reaching men and boys for the cause and the sake of Jesus Christ. This podcast began as an experimental one-time event in February 2022 when CSB Ministries took upon itself to host a conversation on the culturally relevant topic of gender dysphoria with Gary Yeagle. Internally, we initially called this event Valor Conversations and felt like it was a very timely discussion for our ministry and really all that were involved, including stakeholders like you. There were conversations that led to the possibility of continuing this type of event. Maybe there were more conversations that were to be had for us as a ministry and for our constituents. And this is what led to the development, ultimately, of the Valor Conversations podcast. So you might ask, how often are new podcasts going to be released? How long are the episodes? What's this whole thing going to look like in the first place? Well, we might not know all the particulars and the specific details as of yet. Several of these answers are going to be worked out over time as they're in development. There are several moving parts that are involved with this that are based upon availability and the timeliness of the different subject matters that we really want to tackle. What I can tell you is that there will be an audio component to this, as you are listening to me right now share this information with you, as well as an interactive video element to Valor Conversations. Both are going to work hand in hand. On the audio side, we want to release a weekly episode regarding different ministry endeavors that will last somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. An episode will be perfect for a drive across town, or maybe you're on your way to do something, or something you can pause and come back to later on. There also will be different series that will offer resources to you and others that are involved with both Christian Service Brigade and men's ministry in general within different churches. Now, once every 3 to 4 months, we also want to offer a roundtable, panel, or video discussion for anyone that is willing to tune in. We want this time to be interactive. We want it to be live and available to all that may have questions or thoughts about the theme that is being presented that evening. These video discussions will be announced ahead of time and allow you, your church, and others that you might know to be involved in the events that we are going to be offering. Because they will also be recorded, we are going to provide opportunities for you, as well as others, to be able to see these things, these discussions, these conversations long after the event is ultimately complete. On my end of things, let me share that I love interviewing, discussing, and hearing the stories of others. I have been involved in podcast ministry, storytelling, preaching, and teaching for over 2 decades. And while my ministry roots are grounded in youth ministry, I am a brigade alum, having been both part of Tree Climbers and Stockade at Randall Church in Williamsville, New York. I grew up going to Camp Hickory Hill in Varysburg, also in Western New York. I love what the ministry has meant to me as a kid. And now, I get to do so much more. I get to continue to promote the Christian Service Brigade story with others. Now, I joke around and say that I have a face for radio, but on a serious note, I know that there are many voices out there that have something important and valuable to say that aren't really given the opportunity. They're not given the platform for whatever reason. At the end of the day, what I want to see happen is God's truth lived out in everyday lives through effective discipleship practices. And this is where Valor Conversations comes into play. It's part of a greater story of what God is up to, what He is doing, and joining His continued story and journey inside of each one of our hearts and lives. All of this to say, I'm excited about this podcast. I'm excited about this platform. I'm excited about where we are heading, and I am excited to be on mission with you. We need to live life with purpose and on purpose. And if you have made it this far into episode 1, thank you for allowing me to share some initial thoughts, goals, and missional desires for Valor Conversations. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, or show or series ideas, I encourage you to feel free to email me, jtrainer, at jtrainer@csbministries.org. That's my first initial, J, last name Trainer, at csbministries.org. And now, my friends, let's get going with Valor Conversations. Thanks for tuning into Valor Conversations with your host, Jay Trainer. Valor Conversations is powered by CSB Ministries and is the official podcast of Christian Service Brigade. For more information, please visit csbministries.org. And in the meantime, stay tuned for more Valor Conversations coming your way soon.